I give waters in the wilderness and rivers in the desert to give drink to my people. Isaiah chapter 43, verse 19. While millions of miles of arid lands around the world are drying up every year, Israel's Negev desert offers an oasis of hope, a place where science and technology are making the desert bloom. Much of this success is a result of the skills, wisdom, and enterprising vision of scientists at the Jacob Blaustein Institutes for Desert Research of Ben-Gurion University of the Negev.
The Jacob Blaustein Institute for Desert Research is unique. It's a living laboratory in the middle of the desert of Israel, and we generate knowledge that will help people to develop and live and settle the drylands of the world by turning the curses of the desert into blessing.
Curses into blessings. The curse of high temperatures brings know-how for agroforestry and aquafarming. High radiation becomes the gift of solar energy. The scarcity of water requires innovative conservation and reclamation. Created 36 years ago with the mandate to develop the Negev Desert, an area that comprises 60% of Israel's landmass, but only 8% of its population, Ben-Gurion University of the Negev has been at the forefront of desert studies since its creation. At the Blaustein Institutes of Desert Research, 3 scientific and high-tech powerhouses of desert research work in tandem, finding and improving upon ways to manage natural resources, the most precious of which is water. The Zuckerberg Institute for Water Research takes a comprehensive approach to water resource management. The emphasis is on making the most of every drop. Arid surfaces often conceal tremendous sources of underground water that could be made usable through high technology and simple solutions.
The utilization of this water is expansive. Therefore, we try to develop chain of users. We use the water for spa and then we dump it into artificial oases. Alternative way is after the water go through the fish farm, they end up in olive trees or jojoba plantations. Our know-how is exported worldwide from the Atacama Desert in Chile in the west to the Australian desert in the east.
At the French Associates Institute for Drylands Agriculture, scientists work with biologists and agronomists to create viable alternatives for food production in the desert. Across the Negev, farmers are using geothermal brackish water to cultivate a range of commercial products, from edible and ornamental fish to exotic fruits and vegetables, to specialized algae that is marketed around the world.
Plenty of opportunities for us Israelis and others to develop communities, help communities to settle in the desert, in arid land, and make life beautiful.
The Institute for Energy and Environment of Drylands Research takes a global approach to desert life, addressing issues of sustainability of human societies in arid lands and biodiversity. Researchers use sophisticated methods such as remote sensing and mathematical modeling to unravel the secrets of the climate change and atmospheric influences.
Dishes of the kind that we are working on, very, very large dishes, will be able to produce electricity at the national scale. For example, a field of touch dishes would be equivalent to a 1 gigawatt power plant. That is, it would provide 10% of Israel's present electricity requirements.
From the study of solar energy with the largest parabolic dish in the world to understanding the movements of the smallest grain of sand, scientists are exploring ways to live in harmony with the harsh environment. One of the most powerful tools for combating desertification is training the next generation of professionals. This is why the Albert Katz International School for Desert Studies has become a magnet for students from around the world. Over 150 students per year from over 25 countries tap into BGU's unique desert expertise.
You can see here we are growing hyacinths which are potential cash crops that can grow in the Negev during the winter, and it increases the economic prosperity of the desert area. I think my knowledge that I acquire here could be very useful for my future job in Africa.
My name is Zain, I'm from Amman, Jordan, and I'm studying in the Environmental Studies program. It's the only place where I can meet Israelis, Israeli Arabs, Jordanians, Indians, Africans, Americans. I'm working on occupational lead exposure, and it's a comparison study between Jordan and Israel, and it's only one of the many joint projects in the region.
Today, the Blaustein Institutes are organizing an international conference on desertification in stable care under the auspices of the United Nations.
For the first time, the United Nations decide to give its auspices and support to an academic gathering in Israel. And I'm delighted that the Blaustein Institutes for Desert Studies and Ben-Gurion Universities have decided to be engaged and to make their contribution.
This gift, our Earth, can only be nurtured into a new millennium through the wisdom and genius of scientists devoted to its sustainability and endurance. In Israel's Negev desert, the fruits of such devotion offer a blueprint to all humanity. Every investment in these scientists and in the world-class infrastructure of the Blaustein Institutes for Desert Research is a mandate for a better future for all mankind.